And resume the recording. Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Slow Dragon, and welcome back to FGO Lostbelt 7 Golden Sea of Trees, Nahui Mictlan, Section 1. Sorry, I gotta get the introductions down for this. For those watching this on Twitch, this is the second intro. Be ready for that to happen quite a bit. But we are going into Section 1, to the Land of the Dead. No battles in the first arrow. The Land of the Dead. There will be a third intro for Section 2, a fourth intro for Section 3. This is the 50th intro. No, I mean, overall, I've definitely done more than 50 intros, but... Ooh, is that... No, wait, I don't need another new Mystic Code! I'm so close to leveling up the ones I've got. Fo-fo! Great, it fits perfectly. Habitat did a wonderful job as usual. That Mystic Code was designed for the expedition to the 7th Lostbelt. Well, really for battle with the foreign god. The storm border is en route to South America. Our airspeed is 900 kilometers per hour. What is that in miles per hour? 900 kmph. 2 miles. So around 560 miles per hour. Damn, that's fast. We should arrive in about 4 hours. Barely play, you got the Arctic Max. Nice! Are you going to start, out of curiosity, J6, are you going to start playing more now that Lostbelt 7 is coming? And you said that is kind of where you left off on the JP side of things. I know it isn't much, but would you like to sleep the next 2 hours or so? I'm okay. Then I'll make you a cup of tea to help you relax. One with lots and lots of honey. Fair enough. Fair enough. You've got a lot of Hoyo-verse stuff to play, don't ya? Oh, good. Everything's still in working order after your emergency assault in Trom. We shouldn't have to worry too much about sending you out to South America. You'll be able to operate there full-time. Thank you, Da Vinci. I feel better hearing that. You know, I may be off base, but I feel like you've been in better shape than ever lately. The Black Barrel is still a challenge, but I feel much more comfortable handling the Ortanax now. So it would seem your physical capabilities have definitely improved a fair bit. Keep growing like this, and you could well be one of the strongest servants around one day. She will. She will. We're all very proud to have you representing Novum Chaldea. Thank you, Da Vinci. I'm still not sure I deserve so much praise, but I'll do my best to be worthy of it. Oh, but speaking of the Black Barrel, I'll be restricting your use of it even more. From here on, as a rule, you're only to use it to fire simple, compressed magical energy rounds. Calculating a target's life skill with the accomplishment measure, forming the Black Barrel itself, and generating a dead counter are all off limits. All that puts too much strain on your body and relies too much on Master's luck. You just know that we're incorporating the Black Barrel into our soul, considering the Dioscuri burned when they touched us. We are gaining anti-divine properties, which will make interactions with Ereshkigal and Melt a little awkward, but, you know, it's fine. Melt, you know, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. She can adapt. They're releasing a new region to Honkai, and they had a trailer, and the character's designer said it reminds you of the 13 Flame Tracers from Honkai Impact. Nice. Also, I don't want you firing even the simple rounds in urban areas either. I've already told Sol that too. The rounds affect too large of an area to leave us any hope of avoiding collateral damage. I think that's the right decision, to counterbreak some of our world's own laws. I understand it's not the kind of thing that should be used recklessly. Exactly. There's a reason the Atlas Institute was afraid of turning the very concept of death into a weapon. And one more thing. Standard servants have spirit bodies. Even when they materialize, they're still made out of ether. They don't have any actual flesh, and they can never grow beyond their abilities they had when they were added to the Throne of Heroes. That's a lie! That is such a lie! Why do they insist on keeping... Why... That has been proven incorrect so many times. Why do they insist on sticking with that line? Servants can grow after going on the Throne of Heroes. We know this to be a fact. Like, come on. They need to stop trying to go back to this. And yeah, I do remember how the Black Barrel was the only way to kill... Oh. The Black Barrel is the only way to kill a type. We're about to go up against type Mercury ORT. Yeah. But they don't reset though. They legitimately do not reset. I mean, Nursery Rhyme still carries the form of Alice from the Fate Extra verse, because that is the form of that Nursery Rhyme, or that is the form that Alice was most comfortable with. So Nursery Rhyme carries that form. Something else to point out, are you truly telling me that the Mayan goddess Quetzalcoatl, that luchador, was around in Mesoamerican times? Lucha Libre was around in the times of Mesoamerica for Quetzalcoatl to be a luchador? I don't think so. So that tells me that Quetzalcoatl was summoned at some other point, came to love lucha, and carry that with her to all future incarnations. Quetzalcoatl, Nursery Rhyme. I'm sure there's more examples of servants that have grown. I was about to say Gilgamesh, but Gilgamesh sort of has a form of clairvoyance that lets him see everything, so that's kind of a moot point. There's definitely more examples of servants that have definitely grown since being inscribed upon the throne of heroes. I hate that they are insisting upon this notion that servants cannot grow. We know that the Throne of Heroes is a sort of afterlife place because there have been references to cooking lessons from Benny Enma being available on the throne. So they need to stop with this line. I do recall the mention of Gun God and Sword Emperor. I do recall those, by the way. But now back off the tangent, back to the story. But as you're obviously aware, demi-servants have human bodies which have had its spirit origin transplanted into them. You aren't able to use the spirit form, but you do have a real physical body. The advantages that gives you are becoming more apparent. As I've mentioned before, your spirit origin pattern is growing with your body. Well, it does look like that growth stems from changes in your mental state rather than actual physical changes, but never mind that for now. The problem is that you're approaching the state of a heroic spirit even though you're still alive. And you remember what servants are called in the Magecraft world, right? Ghostliners. At any rate, if you want to get stronger than you are already, it won't be all that long before you lose the Demi qualifier. So I want you to really think about that before it happens, because growth is inevitable, but there won't be any way of going back. But hey, no need to worry about it too much. If you feel like you're getting too close for comfort, just take off the Ortanax and come back to the border. We're not in the same boat as we were before. We have allies that we can depend on here in Novum Chaldea. You don't have to fight all our battles by yourself. If you need help, we'll work together to come up with something. Sol knows that just as well as I do. Neither of you have given up on Director Olga Marie, have you? Then I'll be with you every step of the way. I mean, she's obviously the same Olga Marie in Chaldea's database, isn't she? I still have no idea how we can neutralize her, but if we can, there's still plenty of chances to talk. I think it's more of a point that MASH is becoming her own servant independent of Galahad. Oh, surprise MC profile. And that was a badass looking Mystic Code, not gonna lie. The storm border will soon be crossing through Central America. No signs of enemy interference from Mexico to Guatemala. Once you cross the vast stretch of white seawater, we'll be at South American Stormwall. The operation begins in 20 minutes. Alright, I trust all Novum Chaldea personnel are at their assigned stations, yes? We may have moved the timetable up significantly, but our preparation for this operation has been complete for some time now. There's no call for panic right now, Technical Advisor. Of course. Remember our foreign god trump card? The sacred sword that weaponizes the very concept of a holy weapon? Not really. I imagine it would be much like... She is essentially Fairy Knight Galahad. Like, it'd be essentially what she was like in Avalon the Fae. She has been given the Galahad name, much like how Balban Sith was given the name Tristan, Bargus was given the name Gawain, Melusine was given the name Lancelot. So a lot of her core things would be based on Galahad. I imagine at some point Galahad... I thought Galahad left, actually. Did Galahad not leave or something? I could have swore that there was something about Galahad having left. We'll be loading it into our primary cannon, the Hume Barrel Ray Proof, which uses both proper human history's legitimacy and humanity itself as an ammunition. We've run over 100 million simulations with it in Tris Majestius 2 and had a 99.99% success rate. There won't be any problem deploying it in live combat, even with its transformation sequence. Wonderful. I knew our technical advisor wouldn't let us down. Why didn't they just make it a proper sword and just give it to me so I could just cut her? Why would you incorporate the concept of a holy sword into something that is not a sword? Just make me a holy sword and I can use it, and I can cut down you, Olga Marie, myself. He deems helping humanity any further unnecessary, but she still has his spirit core. I mean, maybe she'll eventually just lose his spirit core when she becomes a full servant. I'm not sure. By the way, the primary cannon, does it have a firing mechanism in the command room that looks like a gun's trigger? You'll have to show me later. Come on, Chubbs. The call was already made that Marines would be firing it, wasn't it? Give it up, would ya? Of course I know that. Gibbier, I just wanted to indulge my sense of adventure a bit. You, Olga Marie, is ginormous? No, I honestly didn't. I honestly did not know that. But, you know, we've already thrown hands with one beast. I want to slice another one with a sword. You still want to hear my report on Test Subject D, Commander? I definitely do. What did you find out? A little of substance, unfortunately. I learned only 3 things. 1, that the operating room had cutting-edge equipment from the same level of civilization as our own. 2, Test Subject E is a completely unknown species. Tris Majestius 2 had no data on it whatsoever. 3, though it may have been cleaned up, we found a great deal of human blood and tissue there. I'll need additional time to conduct a more thorough analysis, but right now that Lostbelt takes priority. So I've halted further analysis with Tris Majestius 2 for the time being. Any questions? Human blood, so was someone killed? Good catch. I have been thoroughly cleaned, but we still detected a fair amount of blood, and a little flesh as well. So yes, bearing suicide, it's possible a murder was committed there. But it was an operating room, right? Couldn't someone have made a mistake during an operation? I see. True, there is at least half a chance of that. Though I do not believe most surgical errors result in blood splattering at a full meter from this operating table. I mean, you know, there is the case of the most lethal surgery in the world. The one with a 300% mortality rate to consider. You know, is it possible that an operation occurred here greater than 300% mortality rate? Possibly. Possibly. That's enough about Test Subject D. We'll be in hostile territory soon. How are our reinforcements coming along? On it. This is the computer room. I mean the summoning room. For this mission, Tris Majestius 2 is recommending we summon 4 servants. While it would be more energy efficient to summon them from inside the Lostbelt, we wouldn't want a repeat of the Britain situation. We've already summoned the first servant. She's headed to the command room right now. Just be patient and we'll have the other 3 on their way soon, too. A wise decision. We'd be royally screwed if we only realized we couldn't summon any new servants after we've already entered the Lostbelt. Anyway, I wonder who the first heroic spirit to help us conquer the final Lostbelt will be. South America has its share of harsh environments, you realize. So I suspect it'll be a muscle-bound, headstrong, uncultured gorilla of a servant forgotten by civilization. Who's it gonna be? Nito! Who are you calling uncultured? Such insolence from Chaldea's commander. Hang on. You guys said there's 4 servants that are being added in Lostbelt 7. We are summoning 4 servants preemptively to Chaldea to help with Lostbelt 7. Nito Burrito is one of said 4 servants. One of the new servants we can summon is Nito Alter. Are our servants about to be jacked? Yes, it's me. It's good to see you. I'm glad to see you're in good health, soul. I heard your pleas for help and came to assist. I take it you know this servant. Nitocris, have you retained memories of your previous summoning? That is, of meeting Soul and Mash in the Sixth Singularity. It seems I have, yes. I've used Chaldea's Spirit Origin Graph to summon me. That could explain why I've retained memories of that summoning. However, this is still technically our first meeting, so a proper introduction must be made. You may raise your heads, people of Cal. I see you're already raised. How insolent. I suppose I'll let it slide this once. Okay, this is another bit that definitely needs to be rectified. With this line, they are essentially saying that all of the events, all of the interludes, are non-canon. I mean, yes, it is very possible that that they did not program a special line to be in there for if you have summoned Nitocris herself. But otherwise, like, this could just be a general line for a person that has not summoned Nitocris. But I don't like it. I really don't. My name is Nitocris. I'm the incarnation of the Sky God and the wielder of the Mirror of the Underworld. Admittedly, I'm not familiar with South America, but the glory of the Pharaoh shines brightly wherever she may go. You may pay me homage and rely upon my aid. So you're the first servant accompanying us, Nitocris? That's encouraging news. Though you seem a little, different than the Nitocris we met before. That mash is because my spirit origin is different. This time I have my full power right from the start. Thanks to the Storm Border providing me with a vast amount of magical energy, my spirit origin has reached its final ideal form. What's more, I can now move about without my master's presence thanks to having gained independent action. Wow, independent action, woo! That is what you're happiest about. I'm astonished, or better yet, stupefied. At any rate, this time around, I'm a very independent servant. I require no magical energy from my master, nor am I bound to Chaldea in any way. I am completely free. However, I also understand what I have to do, even without restrictions of a contract. I, Pharaoh Nitocris, will do everything I can to help Chaldea achieve victory and restore proper human history. Well, sure, it'll be handy to have one of the escort servants be able to act independently. The sheer amount of magical energy needed for that, not to mention the courage it takes to let a servant run around all on their own, is just insane. No, I choose to believe that they actually happen. Like, it just doesn't feel right that they don't happen. There's been so many implications, both in story, that the interludes and such are canon. I mean, the final singularity, the final of the Demon Pillars was literally taken out by all of these servants from the events. So that just tells me that they are canon. So interludes and events have to be canon, you know? You guys must trust this Nitocris a hell of a lot. She's helped us out a ton. Nitocris, I'd like to guard master. Well, the whole field ops team, really. We expect the journey to South America to involve a lot of travel on foot. So we need a servant who's flexible, good in a group battle, and knows curative magecraft for disease and injury. So you're basically a bodyguard, huh? In that case, I ought to introduce myself, too. Oh yeah, I'm Habitrap. Think of me as a guardian fairy who lives in Mash's shield. What a polite one you are. You must be one of Bastet's kin, A pleasure to meet you. What's, Bastet? You're telling a joke that is Guda Guda isn't independent from the rest of FGO? I thought it was a captain versus, like, in HI3. Nope, Guda Guda is not independent of FGO. Guda Guda is real. All of Guda Guda is real. Real. Very good. We still have 3 more servants to summon. Very reassuring. I know I preferred Lostbelts to singularities. Perhaps now we'll be able to enact the mass servant deployment plan we weren't able to use in Tunguska. We'll have that tree of empty just cut down in no time flat. Once you've found it, of course. Wait, there is no tree of emptiness reading in South American Lostbelt. Isn't that right, Sion? What was that? It is. We see none of that energy readings peculiar to the tree of emptiness in the South American Lostbelt. Though, of course, the fact that this Lostbelt continues to exist must mean there is something equivalent to it. Perhaps it somehow died, as in Bryn, or as in China. It may have been hidden. Either way, the Tree of Emptiness can wait this time. Our top priority is defeating the foreign god. We have to stop Yuo Marie before she's confused with ORT. Please don't forget that. Not all of Guda Guda is cursed. Yamateikoku was pretty fun, and not that cursed. What was that red light on Gordy's chest? Looks like we're all on the same page with this operation. And good timing. The Stormboarder is just about to arrive at the storm wall. Everyone get back to your seats and strap in. Run Triton engines 1 through 3 in parallel. Allocate 60% to propulsion, 40% to defenses. Preparing to breach the supercell surrounding the Lostbelt. Activate the bow's dimension-piercing drill. It's time to finally take the fight to the foreign god. Yeah, I'm wondering what that red light on Gordy's chest was. Battle node. Here we go. You form your party immediately before the battle begins. There was a brief time where a red light pulsed on his chest. Oh wow, real high definition graphics that one is. That was actually really good graphics. We made it through the storm wall. Damage to the hull is, of course, at minimum. Alright. Cut the commentary, focus on the report. Get me an external view of the monitor. I want to see the Lostbelt for myself. Roger that. Switching monitor to external camera feed. I'll see you in a bit. Okay. This is not a golden sea of trees. Oh, that's another meme. I remember, that's another meme about Daybit. When the name of Lostbelt 7 was announced, people were saying that he played Elden Ring early. Because a sea of golden trees. The Erd tree is a golden tree. And that was another meme. So yeah, Daybit is just a skater bro who played Elden Ring early. According to the memes. It's a wasteland. I expected to see the Amazon rainforest. It looks more like we just flew straight into hell. Dry, barren ground, thick storm clouds everywhere, no plants or animals anywhere. Rain of volcanic ash. The Amazon is said to be Earth's lungs, but this place is completely inhospitable to human life. It's like a prime example of volcanic winter. Even for a Lostbelt, it's utterly beyond the pale. I cannot agree more, Gordolf. This is a far cry from Biosphere 1. I'm aware Lostbelts are dead branches of human history, but this does not even appear to be part of the same tree. What could have caused this? What process could have resulted in such an environment? Yes, this is shocking, excuse me, but I think you'll want to see this. It's a measurement of the local landmass. What do you make of it, Sion? What is this? I don't recognize it at all. Huh? It seems vaguely familiar. Do you know what it is, Lupus? Yeah, I do. Soulsborne Salvati dies over and over again. I mean, he can just do a kickflip ollie off ORT and defeat him, because that's how the memes said that he would have defeated the singularities. He would have done a kickflip ollie off the Ark of the Covenant and rode it all the way to the final singularity of Goetia and then pushed it right at Goetia, and Goetia would have been disintegrated and he wins. That's how the memes said he beats the singularities, and I have no reason but to believe the memes. I can't remember what it's called though. You tell them, Kyrolite. It looks like Pangea, but that shouldn't be possible. Wait, was that possible or not? This is exactly what it is. The supercontinent of Pangea. I don't understand. Super or not, how can a continent be medicinal? Such an inhospitable place like this cannot be called a panacea. Panagea. Yeah. Now that... I can't believe I missed that. Not Panacea, Pangea. The giant landmass from Mesozoic era that every continent on Earth broke off from. Back in the prehistoric times, there was a ton of continental movement and the collision happening on the Earth's crust. And at one point, the continents of Earth were all stuck together, becoming a single landmass. That was the supercontinent of Pangea. The era that took place between 252 and 66 million years ago. Yeah, that one, with the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. Man, he really just rattled those numbers right off the top of his head. Is it a paleontology nut or something? Ha ha ha! What are you silly billies talking about? You do realize this is 2019, right? Oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah. Man, if only it was still 2019. If only it was still 2019. So how in the world could we be seeing the Earth from 66 million years ago here? I really wish I knew. Strictly speaking, I don't think this is actually Pangea, though. I mean, there's no chance of an environment like this giving rise to humanity. They say humans' first ancestors appeared 66 million years ago, but nothing could possibly live here. This looks more like the aftermath of a mass extinction event, then. Wait, that's it. A mass extinction. Maybe that's what we're seeing here is. Foe! Foe! What is it, Foe? Are you trying to tell us something? Emergency alert. We have unidentified object 10 kilometers off our bow. It's headed straight toward us. It's fast, and it's freaking me out. It's not even flying. It's surging through space by warping itself repeatedly. It's closing in on us quick. What do we do, Captain? George, our mountain strikes again. Keep it together, Marine. Raise the storm border's electromagnetic barrier and brace for an attack. Look out, tell us what we're dealing with. Better yet, put it up on the monitor. Yes, right away. Here's the enemy slow. Oh, crap. Let me guess. It's David. No. Oh, we don't... Okay. It's Olga. Oh, it's you. You came here on purpose. Are you just Are you a pack of idiots? So you thought you'd keep your recent momentum going and cut down the 7th tree of emptiness, did you? You should have thought better. Do you even realize where you are? I chose this Lostbelt myself to serve as my home away from home. I can sense anything amiss here instantly, and I'll be damned if I start letting unauthorized migrants in while I'm still Earth's ruler. Normally I would just use my gravity field to crush you in your dinky little ride in the blink of an eye. But rejoice, I'm in excellent mood right now. You see, I just killed 7 of your grand servants, the so-called pinnacle of humanity's final magecraft, all at once. I very much doubt that. Hang on. Wasn't that something in the Lost Room? Wasn't there a scene like that in Moonlight Lost Room? There was something in Moonlight Lost Room that feels familiar with what she just said. So you know what? I'm going to give you all a chance. Time to show you I'm the only being worthy of ruling this planet rather than just telling you. Now come out, humans. This will be your final battle, so let's make sure it's at least a face-to-face. She's already here. This is all so sudden. I can't even think. And what was that about home away from home? What does she think this is, a vacation? Well, at least she's giving us a chance. Apparently she's so confident she doesn't mean to use those ludicrously powerful pseudo-black holes. The fool. Alright then. If it's a servant fight she wants, it's a servant fight she'll get. Master Soul, you'll stay here in the command room to summon and command your servants remotely. Mash Carolite, you will head out on deck and guard them. Remember, you are the cornerstone of our defense. Sion, Da Vinci, you said you were good to go any time, yes? Of course, the Hume barrel can begin firing sequence right now. Pseudo-black holes. She's Gardevoir, essentially. She is essentially just a Gardevoir. Good. Then we'll begin the operation immediately. Our target is you, Olga Marie, the foreign god. We'll start by defeating her in a servant battle, then pull her off the border's deck. After that, we'll hit her with a direct blast from the Hume barrel and completely neutralize her. Remember, everything is riding on this one battle. Let's go, people. Give it everything you've got and then some. I don't know. Okay. Why is Ark like the top 3 servants? Okay. Mash is a necessary starting member. Knowing that... Mash. I'm gonna try it. Where is that CE? Where might it be? Where's that CE? I've not been on the FGO subreddit today just because I did not want to be possibly spoiled by anything from this. I'm currently looking for the Kirei CE that increases defenses. Because if we're fighting a beast, I'm going to try and Mash solo. I'm going to see if Mash can solo. Kirei, wherefore art thou, Kirei? It's like Iron Will training or something, I think. I don't remember if it's a 4 or 5-star CE, though. I don't see it. I just got a lot of dupe CEs that I haven't done anything. 9th Divine Key to create black holes in Honkai. Nice. Okay, I don't see it. I'm just going with Sumo Event. Alright. Trying to think. Do I want Cass? Double Cass means double Avalon defenses. That might be better than Merlin. I'm doing double Cass. And I'm going to take a scope to start. And you know what? I'm going to bring along more support. Just in case we need to stall. Jean. Where is Jean d'Arc? She's gonna be... I don't think she's beyond Bond 5. There she is. Go for... I don't know... some crit star gain, sure. And any other supports? No. We'll go with this squad. Alright. Where's my new Mystic Code? There it is. Alright. New Mystic Code. Chaldea Uniform. Decisive Battle. A new Mystic Code developed with Sion's help at Chaldea based. Decisive Battle power-up. Increase attack and NP strength for all allies. Restore HP and remove attack debuffs for a single ally. And order change. Alright. But it'd be a subversion of expectations, J6. I choose to believe this is not a scripted fight. Until otherwise proven. That's a lot of break bars. Your voyage ends here. Did you think you escaped my notes this whole time? Not a chance. You merely slipped my mind. That is the most break bars of anybody. Ever. Man, come on, you're coming and not cowering. Debuff immune. She's not giant. CJ6, she's not giant. Alright, what do we got? Set charge max when defeating an enemy. Decrease MP strength when defeating an enemy. Okay. Alright, we're gonna start things off with a Mash Brave Chain. Test the waters. World shaking. Flawless. Ow. Okay. It is the grand battle music. We're going to do this order. Get rid of the burn. Stack up 2 stacks of Avalon. Just in case we get NP'd here. Stealing NPs. She didn't fully charge. That's interesting to note. The NP seal is annoying because she's AoE attack, which means she just penetrated through all the defenses, but how long is that NPC for? 1 turn. So as long as we survive this turn, we're fine. Immense there. Let's start building ourselves up for some NPing. And then a BAQ. Ow. 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 Okay. Think. Best way of attack here is going to be a... Doot. 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 The only way we can stall this out for quite a while, unless she has a buff purge on NP. If she has a purge on her NP that starts, then we lose. And then I will believe it is a scripted fight. Or if the battle ends after her NP, which is also a possibility, I suppose. She doesn't even have a proper NP! Ah! We tank those. Throw another invents on MASH. BAQ. I need some stars here because we have MASH's Super Buster card next turn. You're not going to see anything unless confusion needs clearing. Fair. Only 9 stars is not a lot. Not a lot at all. Trying to think. Bring in Merlin. And then... Come on, MASH, crit. Crit. No! I wanted her to crit with the with the Buster attack. I wanted her to crit. That would have been so glorious. There's a crit. Not bad, feels like a gentle wind. And then she just had another line that kind of got skipped there. Alright, battle's still going. She got an attack boost from that, though. Cass needs to live through this. If not, we have Jean. Damn, there goes Cass. 7 is too few, bring 100. Was her line. Okay, that's annoying. You're debuff immune. Of course you're immune to that. Shoot, that was a terrible timing for... She's got 2 NP damage debuffs, I think it was. Is it gonna be enough? No. Yeah, because that attack buff is... It's that attack buff that's killing us. That dang attack buff. This could totally be done. I definitely feel like this is doable. J6, I thought you said this was a scripted loss. I've got 30 freaking leyline stones. Of course I'm gonna use them. I think here. We know basic invincibility is enough. B. AQ. Come on, hit hard. Ah, only 20k. I want to see MASH just delete the enemy. Trying to think best way to do this would be doot dot deet. So this very well should be a full turn of invincibility. Not a lot of damage going out, but it's not that kind of scripted. Okay. B AQ. Constant NP seals are a little annoying. Oh, this would be the turn to seal me off, wouldn't it? This would be the turn. BAQ. To be fair, she is suffering from quite a few NP damage downs, so might not be as bad. It's still pretty bad. Yeah, it's still pretty hard hitting. I guess not 7. Oh, those MP damage downs aren't permanent. I didn't realize that. And they disappear. That's hilarious. Okay, that's funny. I didn't realize they disappeared immediately after they came into play. I'm observant. I'm very observant. Observant, yes I am. B-A-Q. So I'm wondering, was I supposed to just bring in the absolute damage powerhouses for this fight or something? Because that's kind of what it's feeling like. Not gonna lie. I guess this is the first time I'm seeing Jean's new NP. Or maybe it's the first time I'm seeing it with that Spiriton dress on, perhaps? B-A... We're gonna have to use another Leyline Stone, it seems. Which is fine. I'm not too beat up about having to use that resource. Leyline Stone. I do wonder if this is truly possible to do without the Leyline Stones. It probably is. I'm just not skilled enough to figure that out. So close. Come on, big money, no whammies this time. Not that it matters. T-bars. You, Olimri, is unscathed. Did you see that? I just told you, you slipped my mind. Now give up and pray to me. She's not unscathed, though. We've broken 2 of her frickin' bars. Okay, so it was a 2-break bar scripted battle. Got it. Still, she was not unscathed. We did significant damage to her. Significant. But that was another arrow. Next arrow is a no-battle one. Excuse me. Almost an hour on Section 1. Because I insisted on trying to beat a beast with just mash. Again. You're a long way off from hurting me, but a bit of pressure on my skin is nice for once. Your skills are impressive. Make the time I spent learning to play on your level worthwhile. But now I think it's time for my big move. That's right, the one you've all been waiting for. Here comes my gravitational field. Not on my watch. I should be able to handle one of that size all on my own. Shield of White. Let only those without sin pass. Mold Camelot. What? You just batted it back at me like it was a ball? Wait, I know what this is. I've seen records of it. This is tennis, right? You didn't tell me you were a heroic spirit of tennis. I'm not, but I've always wanted to have a go to the championship. Now, command room. The foreign god is on the move after taking mashes, her own attack. She's at the outer edge of the bow. All engines full reverse. Ready the primary cannons, Da Vinci. I'm on it. The firing sequence is almost done. And it's all thanks to the time Soul bought us. Stormboarder's transition to draw sword form complete. Anti-threat response valve open. Initiating magical energy circulation. Oh, we're getting a cutscene for it. I guess the Stormboarder does kind of look like a sword in a way, but I still think they could have just made me a pretty cool sword. I mean, they could have just made it for MASH, even. That would have worked. She's got a shield. She could have a sword, too. Virtual Triton engines 5 and 6 are fully operational. Power supplied from void space remains stable at maximum. We're good to go, Captain. Let her rip before it all comes crashing down. This is amazing. Why is it? Well, we're basically applying the same principles used for the Black Barrel. The Black Barrel's measure the Black Barrel measures a target's lifespan and inverts it into projectile energy. For the Sacred Sword armament, we made it measure a target's threat to humanity and proportionally draw on Earth's own defenses for energy. You know how a living thing sends white blood cells after threats? Earth provides energy from its core to power similar defenses. This lets both the Black Barrel and the Sacred Sword armaments' attack power and heat usage come from something greater than we can provide ourselves. Right, which means we're using the armaments... Which means using the armament doesn't actually consume too much of the Stormboarder's magical energy. We can keep it flying without any problem. Alright, Captain, you're up. Gunner, lock your target and make sure you hit. We'll never get another shot at this. Don't worry, our target may be on the small size, but our primary cannon's emission cone is phenomenal. Correcting for the margin of error. Releasing Shiva, firing safety. Swapping primary cannon's magazine to Hume barrel ray-proof fire. Shiny. And it didn't do shit. This is why you should have made me a sword. Should have just made me a sword. Why didn't they just make me a sword? The foreign god is still alive. If anything, she's stronger now. She's absorbed all the energy from the primary cannon's blast. Huh? But how? She must be cheating somehow. I bet those horns of hers are able to absorb all that energy somehow. No, that can't be it. The ray-proof was designed to accommodate for scenarios like that. But the primary cannon's power output did drop well below expected parameters right before it was fired, which must mean...
Snap out of it, damn it! All of you, just look at her.
She angry.
Even she has no idea how she survived that blast, and it's pretty clear she's really, really, really mad about it. She's about to take her anger out on us in a big way, and she's going to use one of those gravitational fields that destroyed the Wandering Sea to do it.
Crap. Get a second round loaded. Hurry! I'm switching up the settings for the next shot. If we switch from a photon reaction round to an armored jacket, then... Wait, stop. Picking up an anomaly on the surface. A huge chunk of the ground is falling apart. There's a massive hollow underground. Whoa, just how deep is that thing? We've got a really, really hot source at us right from underground. It's right beneath us. It'll be fine. I was about to say it's just a volcano erupting, but that's not a volcano.
What's that? Don't tell me that's the foreign god's new attack.
No, this is something else. The Foundation of Humanity rating just gave it a negative value. It came from this Lostbelt. Internal pressure, 200 billion. Temperature, 16 million degrees. Density, 160 times that of water. That is a sun, no doubt about it. Mynheer, what's the situation on deck?
The foreign god and that pillar are facing each other. Mash is standing by. She's ready to react to either of them. Honestly, she's pushing herself way too hard.
Mash, get back inside. Stand by in the Shadow Border's hangar. Understood. Falling back to Hangar 1. Sol, Kadak, and Mynheer. That goes for you too. In fact, the entire rest of Caldea's staff should hurry to the Shadow Border's hangar.
You mean you want them to retreat? What about me and Sion?
It's still too soon for the commander to leave. As for Sion, she has to stay here to keep me around. Da Vinci, leave the computer room and head for the hangar as soon as you get the chance, too.
Then you're saying I'm the only staff member staying. But commander or not, I'm still only human.
Get hold of yourself. You have nothing to worry about. I'll be here to protect you. What about the Nemos? Nemo is the Storm Border, remember? And he's telling us he's sensing danger coming, so just do what he says. Once we meet back up with Mash, he'll be able to act that much more freely. Isn't that right? Exactly, Kadak. Now go on, all of you. Hurry to the hangar. Here, I'll send a Marine with you. If you need to contact me, you can do so through him. Aye, aye, Captain. You can count on me. What is this light? I didn't see anything like that in the subterranean world. As a woman. What do you think you're doing? This ship is my quarry. Leave it alone, or... She smacked us! That's one way to deal with a ship. The sensation, it's not light or fire, but a fusion of plant and mineral. So it's a sun and a planet and fire and mineral all in one. But nothing like that should exist anywhere, and... Damn, I can't hold it off. It's actually more powerful than me? Oh man, I don't like the sound of that at all. And then there's the heat. What's going on out there? No gawking. Running timings now. Nemo wants us in the hangar so we can get onto the Shadow Border. And that means he thinks we might crash. Right, Sol? Huh? Don't give me that. You've used the Shadow Border to parachute to the ground plenty of times. Really didn't expect to get the same experience myself quite so soon. Wait, really? Oh my gosh, you're so cool under pressure, Captain. That's way outside of the area, though. Why, we just carry supplies, clean, give reports and stuff. Looks like we didn't make it to Hangar 1. Oh. That's not good. Oh, shit. No way. Whee! We're free falling again! Man, this is gotta be like... We have free fallen so many times! Why are we being morose about this? We literally dropped into Babylonia. The 7th singularity. It's a tradition that anything to do with the number 7, we have to literally airdrop in. I'm sorry you guys don't get to experience an airdrop. I guess. That's what I'm apologizing for. I didn't fail. I'm airdropping in. Nemo! Oh no. Poor Nemo. Nemo's looking bad. All hands, the stormboarder has sustained massive damage. It cannot stay airborne. I'm going to attempt to bring us down on the surface. No, inside the hole that opened up beneath us. Brace for impact. I've also used up our remaining magical energy resources to summon the 3 other heroic spirits as planned. They should be able to help Master Soul. I'm sorry. That's all. I'm going to use all magical energy I have left to try and land safely. Whatever it takes to keep you all alive. After that, I wish you luck. Nemo, no! So, that's who's dying. Nemo. Lostbelt depth, A++. Golden Sea of Trees, Nahui Mictlan, those who rule the planet. And that was section 1. We get 1 quartz, 5 spiritons, 5 pure prisms, and 5 hellfires of wisdom. Mash's NP has ranked up. Lord Camelot is back. She has her old NP back. Oh. Tragic Shield of Arousal has upgraded to Paradox Cylinder C. So it is now Ignore Invincibility for 3 turns. Her first skill does it for 1... No, her first skill only ignores defenses. Ooh, this is really good. And stars. Oh, this synergizes so well with her first skill. But that was section 1. I'm going to pause the recording here for section 2 onwards. So if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to tune in tomorrow for section 2. But for those on Twitch, well, get ready because it's about to be the intro